Once upon a time, nestled under a sky eternally painted twilight blue, lived a playful polar bear cub named Pip. Pip lived in Frostland, a land where everything was perpetually frozen, the houses, the trees, even the playful penguins' bellies, which turned into bumpy ice slides when they got too excited. Pip loved sliding down these frozen bellies, his fluffy white fur leaving trails like tiny brushstrokes in the snow. He loved exploring his icy home, his breath puffing out in white clouds like miniature snowstorms. But most of all, Pip loved stories. He loved stories about the fabled Sunstone, a magical gem said to hold the power to melt the frost and bring warmth back to Frostland. No one had ever seen the Sunstone, but everyone knew its legend. It was said to be hidden somewhere deep within the crystal caves, a network of shimmering tunnels guarded by the wise and ancient snow owl, Hootsworth. One starlit night, curled up with his mother, Pip asked, "Mama, is the Sunstone real?" His mother, Aurora, nuzzled him gently. "The stories have been told for generations, Pip. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but the hope it brings keeps us warm, even in the coldest nights." Pip looked out at the frozen world, his tiny heart brimming with curiosity. He wanted to see a world with sunshine and blooming flowers, a world not just in stories anymore. The next day, fueled by his newfound determination, Pip decided to find the Sunstone. He packed a small pouch of fish jerky, his mother's worried blessing in his heart, and set off for the crystal caves. The journey was long and treacherous. Pip braved icy winds that whipped at his fur, and traversed frozen lakes that creaked and groaned beneath him. He even encountered a grumpy walrus who grumbled about a noisy cub disturbing his afternoon nap. Finally, after hours of struggle, Pip reached the entrance to the crystal caves. It was a breathtaking sight. The cave walls glittered with ice crystals of every color imaginable, each reflecting the pale moonbeams like a million tiny stars. Taking a deep breath, Pip entered the cave. The air inside was eerily still, the silence broken only by the dripping of water and the pitter-patter of Pip's paws on the frozen floor. He followed the twisting tunnels, the ice crystals casting eerie shadows on the cave walls. Suddenly, a booming voice echoed through the cave, making Pip jump. "Who dares disturb the slumber of Hootsworth the Wise?" Pip looked up to see a giant snow owl perched on a crystal ledge, its yellow eyes piercing through the darkness. Pip, gathering his courage, explained his quest for the Sunstone. Hootsworth listened patiently, his large head tilting thoughtfully. "The Sunstone is not about melting the frost, little one," the owl finally said, its voice gentle despite its size. "It's about finding the warmth within ourselves, even in the coldest places." Pip was confused. "But the stories, they say?" Hootsworth hooted softly. "Stories are good, but sometimes, the truth lies elsewhere. Look within yourself, young cub. You already have the warmth you seek." Confused but thoughtful, Pip left the cave, the owl's words echoing in his mind. As he emerged, he noticed something different. The moon, usually pale and distant, seemed brighter tonight. He lifted his face and felt a strange sensation, a gentle warmth emanating from the moonbeams. He squinted. Could it be? Suddenly, Pip realized what Hootsworth meant. The warmth he'd been searching for wasn't outside in some magical gem, but within him all along. The love of his family, the thrill of adventure, the curiosity that drove him, these were his Sunstone, warming him from the inside out. As Pip walked back home, he felt a new kind of warmth. It wasn't the physical warmth of sunshine, but something deeper, brighter. He realized that even though the world outside remained frozen, he didn't need a magical stone to find warmth. He had his own inner Sunstone, the love and joy that burned within him. When Pip returned home, he shared his newfound wisdom with his family and friends. They listened intently, their faces glowing not from the moonbeams, but from the spark of hope that Pip had rekindled in their hearts. From that day on, the legend of the Sunstone took on a new meaning. It wasn't just a story about melting the frost, but a reminder of the warmth that resides within each of them, waiting to be discovered. And though the world remained frozen, the hearts of Frostland were filled with a warmth that no winter could ever touch.
Friends, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel.